What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 7 here, aka Grace, and today we're gonna get into my Ensley Reign set. So my box showed up today. I didn't take my pictures because all my stuff was here. I was ready for my comparisons and everything for once because I had to end up buying mine in pre-order. So it came with a lot of cute little stuff, like came with this little drink me sticker, which I think is so adorable. I gotta find somewhere to put that. It came with a cool little key that says open me, which I definitely gotta keep and try to make some aesthetic with somewhere, just because if y'all didn't know, like, Alice in Wonderland is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies. So when I saw this, I was like, yes, I'm getting it. Yes, I need it. Do I really need it? Of course we know I don't need it. I don't need anything, but that's beside the point. So when I saw this collection, I was like, yes, I'm getting it. I need it. Don't ask me. I mean, the graphics and that alone, look at it. Like, it's giving all the vibes. Like, this Mad Hatter is just, he's giving everything. And then there's this extra shade in here. I don't know if there's supposed to be more than one shade. Let me look at my receipt, y'all. I did not. So I have the pre-ordered one for 6 to 8 weeks. So I guess this just one of the shades that went with it, and it didn't fit into the palette because it was separately in there and I didn't know what was going on with it. So, oh, I'm sorry, it's a free gift apparently. So that's nice. But again, this packaging, I just can't with how amazing this packaging is. And then it says we're all mad here. And then the top of the palette looks just like it. But I live for the inside of the palette because I've already watched Karen's video. So I saw the inside of the palette looks like. And I just love the Cheshire Cat. So I'm just like, yes, I'm here for the Cheshire Cat. So it had a little plastic thing on the palette, but I already pulled it off because I opened this at work. And it's the same packaging as the box on the front and the back. But the inside, honey, look at him. Look at the cat. Yes, I'm here for the cat. Now, mind you, I don't even like cats, but I love the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland because I just love Alice in Wonderland. So this is what the palette looks like on the inside. Absolute stunning. It's definitely kind of giving me a more grungy toned version or vibes of, what do you call it? The Ace palette. Sorry, the Ace Beauty Palettopoly palette. But it also kind of gives me a little bit vibes of Annette's Makeup Corners palette, if you will, from Uden's. So this is it. If you all don't know about giant wolves, I feel like these will pair pretty well together. I feel like they have like similar colors too, so check it out and tell me what you think. I feel like minus the yellows, Annette's palette is really similar, and technically they're greenish yellow, so I'm feeling the vibes, and I feel like these would pair great together because you get some of the deeper tones in here and you have lighter tones in here, so they should pair nicely together. I'm definitely planning on putting these together. Y'all know I got a million palette comparisons, so honey, let's get into it. How much did this palette cost me? Because child, I don't remember. I was just like, throw it in the bag, don't ask questions. I think this was like 88 bucks or something. Their palettes are on the pricier side, but I do, I think I have a code. It should be GELBEAUTY87. I always leave them linked down below since I have some now. So it should be down there, and if it's not, I still have like a affiliate link that you can click on if you like it, and then you can just use my girl Karen Harris's code, because I don't know if mine is active yet or not. I haven't honestly gone to the website and tried it yet. But, you know, I am a part of the program. They just haven't, like, approved my stuff yet. So, the gift shade is Sinister Sky. It's a nice color. And I feel like it'd be a good alternative for inner color because there's a inner corner because there's a couple of, like, different tones of blue. So, it can be the lighter one because I feel like this pulls blue to purple from what I'm seeing. And so does this one. So, maybe this one will be just, like, a true blue for the set. And that's why they're going ahead and throwing it in there. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm gonna start off with the Do Not Disturb palette from what is it, BH Cosmetics, part of their little collection or whatever. I feel like this could pair nicely with it because of the type of tones that are in here. So again, you got the lighter blue matte to go with the shimmers in here, because I feel like there aren't that many mattes in here as there are shimmers. I noticed that they put a lot more shimmers in than mattes, so that's mainly why I want to add this palette in, because I feel like this palette has more mattes than shimmers, so it can be the mattes to the shimmers in this palette, as weird as that is, or if that makes any sense. So I'm starting off with the palettes that I feel like look similar to this palette as far as color story goes, and then I'm gonna get into the ones that are gonna be companion palettes that I just plan on pairing with them, even though I technically kind of did a mixture of that because I showed the Do Not Disturb first. But anyway, next I have the little ghost from Angie and Uden's, of course. I feel like this one will definitely pair nicely with it because it has some like transition shades that you don't get in this one. If you like to have transition shades, you can use like, what is it, the corally reddish tones at the bottom, since Angie likes those sort of tones, and then you still have a lot of blues and purple, and this bright yellow can go with the yellows in here if you just want more of a yellow inspired look. So I feel like Angie's palette will go great with this palette, and any excuse to use this palette is a good idea to me because I love this palette. What did I do with that sleep? Oh well, I find the sleeves when I'm off camera, child, in my time. Next, I have the Control Art Glam palette from ColourPop, and how do you say this? Marielle, I hope that's how you say it. I don't know. I know they've been giving this away for free a little while ago, and I feel like this is just a toned down version of it because you don't get the greens and the yellows in there, but you see you get the purples and you get some more neutral shades in there. So if you like the purples and the pop of blue effect, then you might like this one, and they were giving it away for free. I don't know if they're still doing it or not, but I would use this one to use as the transitions in here, and again to get some colorful mattes because that dark purple is a nice colorful matte, and you can put some of the purples in here with the purples in here, and it might give you some uniqueness if you don't want to always have to use a black, because I know some people don't always want to use a black. I know certain people like blacks and palettes, but some people like neutral tones too. So I feel like this would pair nicely with this one. So I mean, I'm just going out of order with what I said at all, y'all. You know, it's fine. It's like 3:15 in the morning. Leave me alone, okay? Next, I have my recently deceased. Of course, I had to show this with it because, honey, who's not pairing this palette with it? I mean, all these greens and purples in here, I feel like would go so nicely with the greens and purples in here. And since there's like different matte tones in here than there are in here, I feel like both of these compare nicely together. So I had to show this one with this one. Yes, like yes. And if y'all didn't see, I recently did my Beauty, sorry, not my Beauty, just my Melt Cosmetics video of the Halloween Town and the Christmas Town that went up today when I'm filming this one. You all won't see this one till I want to say like Wednesday or Thursday, y'all. I don't know when I plan on putting this up, but I kind of want to put it up Friday, but I know I have my vlog coming up for my birthday Friday, so I honestly don't know when this video is going up. But next I have, excuse me, God, the Sea Witch palette from Electrum Cosmetics. I believe is how you say it. I definitely feel like this will pair with this so nicely. It has so many blues and nice shimmers, and then that pink to go with the tones in here. Like, these are just gonna be a match made in heaven for me for sure. I love this brand. I want to see them come out with some more palettes. This is the only palette I own from them, but honey, honey, she handled the business. I love to this palette. Spoiler alert, this is one of my favorite palettes of 2023. Yes, I did pick it up this year, if you all remember the video. Lastly, I have the Dark Unearthly Cosmetics palettes to pair with this palette just automatically, because again, it has those blues and those purples and the grays. So if you're noticing the theme, I'm just trying to find mattes to go with more of the shimmers that are in here and have different outer V mattes and things like that. So I feel like the blues and purples in here will go nicely with the blues and purples in here, and then maybe that weird grayish tone we could put with the yellows in this one and have some uniqueness going on. So that's what all those are for. Now let's get into the ones that are just going to most likely be companion palettes. Like they don't really match the color story of anything going on in here, but you know, like, or match it too closely, I just wanted to add them. So I brought back this oldie but goodie. This is one of my favorite palettes from Dominique Cosmetics. This is Celestial Storm. If you know, you know. So it's like a half warm tone, half cool tone palette, kind of like Angie's little ghost palette, if you will. So this is what it looks like side by side. As you can see, it gives you again some of those neutral tones and some colorful mattes to go with the mattes in here, to go with the shimmers in here. And the same thing with these tones down here. You get this fun blue and this purple to go with these shades. I feel like this palette would be a nice companion palette to it, just because you get some traditional transition shades. And so if you're not into a lot of multi-chrome, you want to have the multi-chrome in the inner corner and have a simple shade on the lid, this palette will be good for that. I need to put that back up in the corner because it's for another video. Then of course I feel like it'd be interesting to try to pair it with the Ensley Reign Strawberry Moon palette. This was the first palette I bought from the brand. I have bought two since then. It's just my Harvest Moon hasn't showed up yet. This is the one that showed up first, and this was the one I was most excited for. I mean, for the color sake, we know why. But I feel like these might go good together as well, too. Just because they have some similar colors. And then I get some colorful mattes out of here. And then I have my darker outer V shade. Because with this palette, my problem was, I feel like the outer V shades weren't deep enough when it came to the mattes in here. This blue is deep, but I don't feel like it's like super deep. So I feel like pairing this one with this one will work nicely. Because there's lighter or more mid-tone shades in here to go with these. And I love their shimmer formula. It's amazing. So I'm definitely going to pair those together. Then I have a Cheshire Cat palette from Beauty Bay and the Disney Color Collection. So I feel like this might be a little fun one to add because it's an all matte palette. So an all matte palette with these shimmers I feel like would pair nicely. And again, there's a darker blue in there, so I don't have to use the black all the time. I mainly wanted to find some palettes that I wouldn't have to always use the black in order to have any sort of depth in the look. I don't mind having a smoky look all the time, but I don't feel like having a smoky look should always require me to have a black. So that's why I pulled this palette in particular. Oh Lord, I gotta take all these palettes home and try to do a reel for y'all. Lord Jesus. Next, I have the Moonfall palette from Shroud. Again, y'all know this is one of my favorite palettes of 2023. 23 as well. And I feel like this definitely would go with it because this has all the deeper grungier mattes that I feel like I would need in here to make this work. And that's a navy blue, believe it or not. I know it looks pretty close to black, but it's a deep navy blue shade. So I like all the deep shades in here that are grungy to go with the mattes in this one and the shimmers in here. So if I want to start off with a metallic on the outer V and get the transition of a like multi-chrome, I can use the shimmers in here and the shimmers in here. And I feel like it's just going to make a gorgeous look with both these palettes combined. So I'm happy to have it here. I can finally take that home. I'm telling y'all, that's been sitting here waiting this entire time. Next, I have the Rogue palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. Again, I feel like the deep grungy matte tones in here will go nicely with here. And if you don't care about the pinks and the yellow shades, this might be a good alternative to use for this palette if you don't feel like waiting, because I know I waited a while, but to me it's definitely worth the wait and I had no problem waiting. But if you don't, you might want to look at this one. I still love both the palettes. I feel like both of them work nicely together. Now, one I'm super excited to pair this with just because I feel like they just will pair together so nicely is the Dragonfly palette from Sugar Drizzle. Y'all, I mean, these green and yellow and blue will go perfectly with this little part right here, and then I can use the pinks and blues and purples on their own. But I feel like this part right here will go perfectly with these yellows right here, which is why I was really excited to pair both these together, or plan on pairing both of them together, because honey, they're giving I'm living, I'm here for it. Yes, yes, yes. I only have one palette left, y'all, I swear. And believe it or not, it's the Candy Shop from Juvia's place. I know I told y'all about them having a really good sale recently, and I felt like this would just add a little Barbie pop moment to this palette with the brighter pinks and stuff to bring out more of the pinks in here, and then the oranges can go with the yellows and have more of like a sun what do you call it, sunset eye, if you will. But yeah, I plan on pairing both these together. I feel like that'll be an interesting take on this palette. So I know, right, it's been almost 12 minutes of me just showing you palettes, but y'all know I'll be having a whole bunch of comparisons to show and then palettes to pair up with. So we finally got all out the way and done, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and get my life in order. I have the Beauty and the Beast palette on right now from Sigma, if anyone cares. My lipstick wore off, so I figured I shouldn't waste my time telling you what it is, but I'm gonna go off camera, get my life in order, and come back with a look with this stunning palette. What it is yet, I don't know. I'll be right back. So I take my hair down for the sexy selfie and all that stuff. So this is what you're working with right here. I'm here for the look. So I just kind of jumped all around the palette like I normally be doing. So I tried to use all the mattes just about. So I used every matte except for this one, believe it or not. So I literally used every other matte. This is on the back. This is in the front. This is on the lower lash. Sorry, this is on in the crease. This is in the crease. This is on the lower lash line. This is on the outer V. This is on the outer V as well. Then I used this shade for the outer V when it came to the shimmer. I put this shade and this shade on the lid, and then this shade is in the inner corner. So I literally used just about a whole bunch of stuff in the palette just because I was like, look, it looks cute. As you see, I got ready to take my look at me, I think I'm sexy selfies because I'm feeling myself. So I even took my hair down, even though it's like 4 in the morning, just for the thumbnails. Can you tell I'm dedicated? And that the look is just that fire in my mouth. But yeah, y'all know I love doing multicolored crease, so I did me a cute little multicolored crease moment. I'm trying to like squeeze the last of my Kaleidos eyeshadow primer out before I start using another one, because I have the Glam Light one with the white shade, and I think I might have to use it because I'm like squeezing and squeezing and like nothing coming out, and I don't want to squeeze too hard and then start pulsating everywhere, and then, you know, I'm irritated because I got it, because I already got on my pants from trying to use it on one eye. So I'm just over here like, look, okay, look. So I'm settling back into getting used to having to go to work every day, and I'm irritated about it. But you know, what you gotta do, right? So this week off work like kind of ruined me though, because I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here or do anything or be bothered with anything. So there you go. But anyway, let's get into the shade. So I started off with this Refer number 16, and I'm starting with, what is this purple shade called? Delicious something. I didn't read the last part. I know it says delicious though, but I'm starting off with that toward the front of the eye. So I kind of wanted to have a unique, kind of weird, airbrushed, eclectic type eye look with this palette, because I feel like it's so just chaotic and, you know, fun. But at the same time, the color story is very curated to where, like, if you can't really, if you're not really that creative, or if you need rolls to go down, you still can. Because I feel like there's like the kind of neutraliest yellow green section, then you got the fun blue purple pink section, which is of course my section. So, you know, I'm just jumping all over the palette like a crazy person. But I started off with this shade toward the front with this Reference 16. I figured we just start off with that. And then I took this Colored Rain brush. It was part of some set they have. It's a small blending brush, and I just took the yellow shade called Surreal and just put that from here on the brow bone back, because I was just like, you know, why not? Why not? I wanted to do something different, and I didn't feel like I saw a lot of people doing that. I feel like I saw people using it, you know, the way you normally use eyeshadow. So I just wanted to do something different and weird. And use as many colors as I possibly could. So that's how we ended up where we are, with their random yellow on the brow bone and then black on the outer V, and then all these other things at all these other places. Because, you know, I just felt like it. At 4 in the morning, I felt like being colorful and extra and ridiculous. I know. Who am I? I don't know. So then, I'm trying to remember, did I start from the back and then work to the front, or what? Because I feel like I started from the front and then worked to the back. So let's do that. So I'm going to start off with the pink shade. What is she called? Hypnotic. And just start like in here and kind of build it up a bit. So I literally put the pink to where the yellow starts and stops there, because of course, you know, I gotta put the blue there, and then I still gotta put a little bit of black there. So I'm just taking the brush with no extra product and blending it back. And that was the Nobler brush from the holiday set that they came out with a couple of years ago. So now I'm gonna grab this other one and take the blue shade, which is called Looking Glass. Of course, they have to have one called Looking Glass. It's Alice's Looking Glass, and you know, just start that blue in here. So I only take the blue to where like my brow bone is, and then I have to stop, because of course y'all know we have to put the black on the outer V, and then I top the blue on top of it after I put on the shimmer, just to kind of give like a more airbrushed effect, as opposed to getting it super black. I wanted it to be more blue there, so I adjusted accordingly. I'll probably go back over the pink, because I feel like I took this blue a little bit too far over. So as you can see, I'm stopping the blue about right there. And go back with my brush with the pink and just dust right up in here real quick to kind of like marry the colors together, but not kind of overpowered, if you will. Y'all run out of brushes for my glitter glue to put it on. Now mind you, I only have 2, so it wasn't like I used so many to the point where it was like I don't have any. I only have 2 that I usually use dedicated to that, so that's why I'm like kind of out, because I did some more eye looks over the weekend, but I didn't get time to wash my brushes. I'm gonna go back to the black shade Rabbit now. And just kind of start. Now the black wasn't like super pigmented, which is good for like a beginner, because it's like you have time to build it up. It's not like it's super black upon application, but for somebody who like doesn't want to spend a lot of time building up, you might be annoyed by it. But it's like probably a good idea to try to build up black instead of just having a whole bunch of black and then, you know, not know what to do with it. Or not knowing how to fix it if it's really pigmented and you put on too much to start off with. Like I feel like the one from the old Gemini palette would probably be more like that, where it's like it's not when it builds up, because you know old shadows used to be like super pigmented. But lately I feel like you have to build them up with the new formula that came out with, like the new Morte. You had to build it up. I remember the original Morte, honey, I didn't have to build it up. I just ended up looking crazy because I had put on too much. That's when I first learned about how pigmented it truly was. I was like, ooh, y'all. That Morte palette, I just put it on and I had way too much and I looked crazy. But you know, it was fine. Because you know it was melted, it was fine. It was old melt, so it was fine. Take my clean brush now and just kind of dust around this part and dust around here in the lower lash line. Now I'm going to put that dark purple on the lower lash line. Well, it's not a dark purple, but you know, it's dark. It's like purple in here of the 2 that are in the palette. So, what's the name of this palette? The Cheshire Secret is the name of the color. Can you focus on me, please? And I'm going to start running that on the lower lash line here. I'm putting it on top of the navy that was in the, that I had on from the Beauty and the Beast palette from Sigma earlier today. I put on a simple eyelid because I didn't want something staining my eyes. I have to worry about, you know, like how I was going to get it off and messing up a lot of my makeup just to be able to put on this look. So I played it safe on purpose today. So I'm like, okay. And it worked out because now I get to do this look. I'm so excited with this eyeliner too because I was concerned about what eyeliner I was going to do. But then I remembered I had the rest of my Adept eyeliners here because I'm telling you, I usually just use Sector 001, but I want to have more options here for when I make videos. So I left the rest of them over here minus the blue and purple one, of course, because those were the two I would obviously use the most because it's me. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we got all our crease shades together, girl. Let's go ahead and some of these are some of the shimmers that I swatched. This is from the Moonfall palette. I told you that pink shade keeps breaking on me, so that's what the pink is. But all the other shades are from this palette. So this is the blue we have on the outer V. This is the two pink shades that are toward the front of the eye. And this right here is the inner corner shade. I was going to use this one, but then I was like, we got enough blue going on. I wanted to incorporate some of the purple in to match with the lower lash line. So that's what I did. But let me put on some glitter glue, girl. But yeah, y'all. So I'm just over here like watching all the holiday releases and all the Black Friday sales starting and everything. And I'm just like, yes, Lord. Yes. I'm trying to see how good the deals are going to get. I'm like, are they going to get even better? I need to know. I'm going to take a little more blue toward the back after we put the glitter glue on. And y'all know, adjust my crease shades and all that stuff once we get there. We are not there yet. So when we get there, I will handle it accordingly. But right now I'm just trying to cut the glitter glue on, y'all. So that looks good. That works. So we're going to start off with these shimmers now. So the shade that's on the back of the eye is called Bonkers. Then toward the front of the eye, I have, what is this called? Distorted Dream. And then in the inner corner, I have Mind Melt. So those are the shades we are going to use on the lid. So I'm going to start off with the shade Bonkers, the blue, toward the back of the eye. And we're going to put it where we started the glitter glue. And look how that looks. I think these are one of those hollow graphic shades. I'm going to have to check my phone. So I'll probably go off camera, put my mascara on my eyeliner, and then give y'all my final thoughts so I can see. Because I'm feeling like these little hollow chrome shades, people are starting to say that brands are putting in palettes now to like justify the high price points that they have, as opposed to just doing like dual chromes and multi chromes the way they used to. And Angie over here talking about she tired of them. I'm just like, huh, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't, ma'am, I don't understand how you're tired of such a wonderful shade. I don't know. It's hard to read the names on the palettes with the holographicness going on. So that's why I didn't name every single one, because I was just like, it's hard to read. I'm sorry. So I'm going to take that lighter pink that shifts to a different shade that's at the top next to the matte pink and start putting that toward the front of the eye. Because I'm like, I legit just can't. With the names and the holographicness of it all. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I really just, I can't read what it says because the palette is holographic and then the writing is like silver, and when you twist it, and it's the whole thing, girl. It's the whole thing. Leave me alone. It's the whole thing. So now I'm going to switch it back over and check the shade Bonkers and just kind of marry them together a little bit just to get a little more of like a transition, if you will. So now they're looking pretty even. Yeah, okay. I always feel like I do it a little off, but my eyes are two different shapes, so I always just assume that's why I feel like it's off. It's not necessarily off. Now I'm going to take the shimmer green pink shade and try to pop that on top because it gives that extra sparkle and hollow looking situation like the front, like the back of the eye, and I kind of try to like match it up to have them look kind of even, if you will. So that's what I'm doing now. Take a little bit on this side too. Why not? You're here, I'm here, everyone's there. So I'm really feeling that. She's looking cute. I'm going to put some more blue in the crease here to kind of emphasize that it's still there. In addition to putting that on the outer V. Yes, I know I'm being extra with the blue, but I mean, like, y'all know blue is one of my favorite colors. So you knew I was going to have to be extra with the blue moment. And I'm not apologetic about it at all. Just so you're aware, I'm not apologetic about it at all. Okay, thank you so much. I'm not. And then we're going to take a little bit of pink toward the front, and then I'm going to go in with the purple shade. Again, the lighter purple in my Reference 16. So let me just dust it real cute there. We'll do this side too, why not? I'm loving the yellow on the outer V because I feel like it's giving an interesting, unique pop that I feel like you didn't necessarily expect me to do. So let me go on my, where's the brush for the blue? Okay, so I'm going with my brush for the blue now and take the looking glass and start putting it like right in this area here. So you kind of mirroring the blue shimmer, and then you still have a blue matte, but you still have the depth on the outer V, because that was mainly my reason for putting the blue on. It was a little difficult to do because you got to think that shade has the extra sparkle and stuff to it. That part was a little tricky, a little difficult, but you know, totally worth it. Totally worth it. You just got to build it up a little bit because of the texture of the shadow with the extra glitter and sparkle in it versus it not being there. But again, it's totally worth it because, I mean, look at it. It's stunning. It's a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. She's looking cute. So again, I'm just going to go into brush for 16 again and kind of dust around this part and then on the lower lash line. Now let's get to this inner corner shade. Then I will go off camera and put my eyeliner on, and then we'll talk about these shimmers in here, which I probably should have did at the beginning, but you know, it's me and I had to do it at like 4 in the morning, so I was not thinking about that. I was thinking, ooh, I get to make a pretty eye look in the middle of the night. I'm just sad I have to wash it off because I didn't get to wear it anywhere and no one will see it. Besides you, of course. And not that you're no one, but you know how when you do a fire eye look and you be like, yes, I need to go out and people need to see the work I put in. It's like, it's not going to be that type of moment for me. So that's what I mean. But why I keep trying to put it back in the container, y'all, like I'm not about to talk about it with y'all and have to show it some more. Y'all, the foolishness. Anyway, I'm going to go put my eyeliner on and then we'll talk about like the shimmers and all that stuff. Okay, y'all, so I just looked up the palette and it says it's 9 impactful multi-chromes in a variety of textures and finishes alongside 7 masterfully pigmented mattes and a sinister mix spanning from haunted grunge tones to dramatic and electrifying hues, and with a magnetic base and removable pans, you can curate your own chaos. So there aren't any, it doesn't say any of them are hollow chromes like I thought. The highlighter that was in this collection was the hollow chrome, but as y'all know, I only usually buy eyeshadow palettes, so that's what I bought. But here are the shades that I did not wear on my lid or put in my inner corners, which I still think are stunning. So this is the green one, shimmer right here. This is, what shimmer is this? This is the one at the top in the corner called Chasing Rabbits. This is the blue one called Elixir. And then, of course, this is the purple one at the bottom called Drink Me. So that's the other 4 I didn't use, which I can't wait to use looking at that. But I wanted to give y'all a classic look. I knew I could get done quickly and easily, but still be somewhat unique to me. So I actually like the mattes in this palette better than I did in the Strawberry Moon. If you all remember when I first tried this brand, I wasn't crazy about the mattes. I said I was still filling them out. So I like the mattes in here better, or maybe I'm just used to using them now that I've used my Strawberry Moon like 2 or 3 times. So I'm interested to pair this with Strawberry Moon as well, though, just because some of the shimmers in here look like they'll be amazing with Strawberry Moon. So I'm definitely feeling the eye look and I'm impressed with this palette. Now this palette is $83.88, and even with my code, I think that's only 10%. I still think that you might want to wait for a sale if you feel like it's a little too much. I personally love their shimmer formula, and I really like the matte formula here, and y'all know this is my color story. So I feel like if you find one that's your color story and you're willing to make that investment because you know you'll use it a lot, then you should go ahead and get it. But I'm not going to try to tell you that you have to get this palette and it's the most amazing thing ever. It is really nice. I do really like it, but I'm not going to try to force you into buying it, basically. Just because, you know, I know it's on the pricier side, and y'all know I be liking to give y'all alternatives to stuff. So I really like the palette. I definitely recommend it if you love dual chromes or multi chromes and you're not like Angie and fed up with them, because this one is definitely a winner for me. And I feel like it's a good kind of rounded palette, if you will, if you like to make blue looks, if you like to make pink looks, if you like to make purple looks, and you like that kind of grungy greenness that goes with it, and those are your type of tones, then this is definitely the palette for you. Or if you're just an Alice in Wonderland lover like I am, you might want to get it. But the thing is, you can buy this palette magnetically alone if you like it, and then that way you don't have to have this, but you can still have the aesthetic of Alice in Wonderland. I'm thinking about buying a separate one just myself, put some of my multi-chromes in that I like to use pretty regularly with all matte palettes, just because I love Alice in Wonderland that much. But that's just up to you. It's not up to me. But those are my thoughts on the palette. I waited for it. It was definitely worth the wait. I can't wait to use it some more. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. Remember, you all are diamonds. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.